As the world fell into shadow under the Crime Syndicate's control, Lex Luthor, imprisoned by circumstance, made his way into the chambers of LexCorp. Refusing to accept defeat, his determined persistence searched for a way to fight back. As Luthor makes his way into the underground chambers, he is suddenly confronted by Otis, a security guard. He reveals that the building is powerless, except for screens declaring the Syndicate's control. This world is ours. Meanwhile, the Teen Titans questioned the Crime Syndicate's actions, while Red Robin was determined to rescue Nightwing, fearing the Syndicate's revelation could unmask every hero on Earth. Within the ruins of the Justice League Watchtower, the Crime Syndicate assembles to strategize their control over the conquered world. Owlman insisted on maintaining society's structures, believing they could be easily filled by the Crime Syndicate's own kind. Johnny Quick, inspired by Alfred and the Secret Society, has gone insane, planning mass murder to rebuild the world in his image. Power Ring, struggling with his painful ring, asks Deathstorm to take it off. Deathstorm examines the ring and decides to wait another week before taking action. Ultraman examined the unconscious prisoner from the catastrophic world, while Owlman and Superwoman insisted on his execution. Ultraman, sensing potential value, argued to keep him alive in case their own world faced a similar fate. Ultraman ordered Power Ring and Deathstorm to Central City to subdue the rogues, while Grid reported their ongoing challenge. Superwoman warned Owlman that Ultraman would soon learn the child isn't his. Owlman, hiding his fear, assured her that their plans would be too advanced for Ultraman to be crucial, leaving Superwoman worried about their child's future. Lex Luthor proceeds through the darkened LexCorp to an inactive high-tech lab where Subject B0 is in suspended animation. 5 years ago, Lex Luthor initiated an experiment to combine Kryptonian DNA with human biology. After disappointing early attempts, he spent a decade to a project utilizing a cautiously produced clone as the test subject. Lex released the clone immediately after an eclipse interrupted his 5-year work period due to desperation and the potential for rewards. Otis's dissatisfaction increased when Luthor released Subject B0's inactivation chamber, tested its obedience, and instructed B0 to kill Otis. The monstrous clone, unresponsive to Luthor's command, deflected Otis's bullets without harm. As Luthor angrily demanded response, Otis, overwhelmed by desperation, turned his weapon on Luthor and prepared to pull the trigger. Subject B0 attacks Otis. Otis shoots at it, but Subject B0 overpowers him, tearing him apart. Satisfied, Luthor brings some clothes for B0, approves of its actions, and leads it away. Meanwhile, as the police surround the Watchtower, Johnny Quick and Atomica launch an intense attack to protect their base. The Teen Titans intervene to defend the police. Johnny Quick then creates a temporal rift using Kid Flash's speed, dragging Kid Flash and his teammates into the future. Lex grabs his unfinished war suit, annoyed by time restrictions. Meanwhile, the creature wears a reversed Superman costume. But Lex, unfazed, puts on his own suit and declares himself the protector in Superman's absence. At Star Labs, Dr. Stone and Dr. Thomas work to secure the Red Room, with Silas monitoring the heavy metal door. Suddenly, a massive impact caused the door to collapse, filling Stone with fear as he realized they were outmatched. The metal door eventually fell away, revealing Batman and Catwoman among the wreckage. Batman informed Dr. Stone that Victor's biological components were missing from his cybernetics, while Dr. Thomas questioned the fate of the League. Batman revealed that the League had not survived,